Well, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are tuning in. It doesn't matter because either way, you are here for the Week 24 Game of the Week in the National Soccer League. The Stealth and the Pioneers, one of the most heated, one of the most hated rivalries in the entire league. And with playoff implications on the line for both these two teams, this should be a good one. The Pioneers looking to regain their perch atop the table, just 1 point behind the Thunderbirds, with a chance to enter the final week on top of the table and secure the number 1 overall seed. They also can secure the number 1 seed in the NFC West. With a win today, the Green Galaxy would no longer be able to catch them. For the Stealth, a win here does guarantee that the Terminators cannot finish above them in the number 5 wildcard seed. Here is their starting lineup for the home side, and Kyle Ellington is making an appearance today as Emmanuel Cairo has been ruled out with an injury, is expected to make a return before the playoffs begin. But that is a bit of a blow. Maybe the couple weeks off will do him some good, though, because he has been struggling a bit in recent weeks compared to his early season form, in which he was absolutely lighting it up. But again, they are going to have a tough time regardless of who they field on offense. It is the best offense in the league, but they're up against the best defense in the league in the Pioneers, and here is their starting lineup. It has been absolutely excellent from start to finish this season, and looking for more of the same, but not just on the defensive end. They have done an excellent job in the scoring goals department as well. They are not far off their division rivals here. Let's have a look at their stats now, as Thomas Allen makes his first start of the season. Injured player in Isaiah Ormatabal. That's right, 60 goals for the Pioneers, but only 29 conceded. By far and away the best in the league. Actually 10 better than the next closest in the Green Galaxy with 39. They have been absolutely outstanding. 8 clean sheets to go with an impressive record. But all that aside, it's time to put all the talk away and let this one play out on the pitch. Pioneers on the road here, up against the Stealth in a heated duel in the NFC South. And we are live in Arena de Oro. Here is Anglima, the Pioneers, trying to get it started quickly here, as they often do. Nice ball from Ulysses in the way there. Actually, back for the Pioneers. Anglima, it's chippy as we expected. 2 early little coming together off the ball incidents there. Here is Saratobi back with the visitors here. And Miguel Cairo having an excellent season at the attacking midfield forward role. Here's Saratobi leading the league in assists. Here he goes. Inside the box, Saratobi. And the dish off for a fellow attacker, or maybe not! Picks out the top corner. And the Pioneers strike first with an early goal. Saratobi puts the visitors up 1-0 inside 5 minutes. What a goal this is. All his own work as well. Takes it onto the box and just lets it fly, enjoying the best season of his career. What a finish that is. No chance for Poppy. Nestled into the far corner. Well, just the start you want as a Pioneers fan. Stealth players and fans alike will be having their blood boil watching how this one has begun. The early goal conceded here. And now they're maybe in on the break again here. Saratobi and Ulysses dueling it out. Another foul there comes in. Crunching tackle. Here's Allen. Squaring it in. Troye away. Miguel Cairo through the traffic. And blocked behind. He's got the ball again. Going for goal. Deflected up into the air. And it's going to be a corner. 2 good chances for Cairo. He's one of the best shooters in the league. Ulysses gets a foot on that. That ball could go absolutely anywhere. Mesquites likes it, but it's an early barrage here from the visitors, and they've got to try and batten down the hatches, the Stealth defenders. Cairo to take. Swung into a good area. Enrique away. Back with the Pioneers quickly, though. Here's Suarez. Still being moved around here with Saratobi. Already has a goal. Can he find an assist? Emerson Gomez from range off target. Well, all Pioneers in the early stages here. Period of heavy bombardment for the Stealth goal. This one is off target. What's that?
Engagement photos, and then maybe header and Hamilton's wedding, since it's going to be a fact.
Poppy with a short goal kick here. Out to veteran defender Ulysses, and the nerves are racked around this building. Ulysses playing that ball out of bounds. Nowhere near a teammate, feeling the pressure, the energy of the Pioneers here, who are all over the Stealth at the moment. On the attack again. Almost all the action taking place in this half. The Stealth have hardly touched the ball at all. Tommy out wide to Sanchez. Nice ball. Uxio Sanchez. Saratobi for two. He's done it! A brace inside 15 minutes. And Konohamaru Saratobi might just be throwing his name in the MVP conversation. That is some goal from the Pioneers. They make it look so easy. And the Stealth are in real trouble here. Nice cutback, and really just way too much space for Saratobi in the box there. Never going to miss with that much time from that kind of range. Poppy once again so close, but disappointed not to be able to get to it. Nothing he can really do. Watch. Stealth defensively not good enough. And against a slightly patchwork starting 11 for the Pioneers, they are absolutely remonstrating this Stealth starting 11 right now. Here they are again on the ball. They've already got it back. Saratobi, here he goes again. Swept off his feet. That's a crunching foul. He's felt the full force of, and Ulysses is going to be booked for that one. He's having a rough game so far. Wearing the captain's armband today, no less. This one, he realizes he gets his angles wrong and takes Saratobi down with him. He can argue all he wants to the referee, but it's absolutely the right call. No effort to play the ball there. Now another chance for the Pioneers, and Saratobi is all of 6'5". Not a bad person to aim at from this kind of situation. Oh. Cairo goes short to Herrera. Maybe he can clip it in. Circling the edge of the box. Now it does go back post towards Saratobi! Blocked by De Mesquites. Allen. Nice ball to Cairo. Ulysses in there, gets a foot on it. And now a chance, a rare movement forward on the break, but an awful ball from Gonzalo just straight back to the Pioneers. Too easy. Cairo. Back with Cairo again. Sanchez skips away from the defender. Was it a penalty or is it outside the box? I think it's outside. It's De Mesquites as Uxio Sanchez skips away here. Credit to Sanchez. He tries to stay up and continue playing, but wasn't able to get to the ball because of the spoiled momentum. Another chance here for the Pioneers. This is a very rocky start for the Stealth, and it could all be over if the Pioneers can find the back of the net once again here. It's a Miguel Cairo. He can't hit them from here, 23 yards out. Sanchez joins the situation. It looks like it will be Cairo to loop one. What a save from Poppy. Clatters into the post but keeps the ball out. Excellent technique. Top corner bound for sure. Poppy, oh, ouch, that has to hurt. Face full of goalposts there. Well, Miguel Cairo, Konohamaru Saratobi, Uxio Mota Sanchez causing all sorts of problems here. The referees actually ruled this as a goal kick, said it struck the outside of the post before Poppy got a hand to it. Chance for the Stealth to go long, but they've gone long and given the ball away immediately. Here's Saratobi on the hat trick. Cairo joining the attack. Gomez. Saratobi for a third. Saved by Poppy. Well, it's just wave after wave at the moment. Poppy able to get his hands to the last couple, but it's just, there's no outlet ball for the Stealth at the moment. They're having to try to defend basically the entire half. Pioneers happy to keep attacking. Short corner to Rico Suarez. Couldn't get away from Enrique. Another corner. Another short corner to Suarez here. This time it's delivered in, but Poppy is there on top of the ball. That's the save. Given away immediately. Here's Cairo to make it 3. A good save from Poppy again. Oh, there's just absolutely nothing going right for the Stealth at the moment. They cannot keep the ball. They keep giving away these chances, and they've been lucky it hasn't gotten worse. It's another corner for the Stealth, or the Pioneers rather, here. It's this time Angloma coming to the short option. Has it again. Saratobi, top of the box. Hendo Herrera back to his feet, going for goal, blocked by Ulysses. And the Stealth get something going forward here. Chavez trying to spring the trap. It's not a bad ball for Enrique to chase. A rare chance to get forward. What can they do with it here? Ellington joins the attack. And it's going to be a handball on Ellington, pulled back by the referee. Disappointing. Stealth are still in this game. They've got to make more use of the opportunities that they get. Otherwise, it's going to get ugly here. And Lama. Wow, look at that possession rating there. 26% for the home side. The Stealth, 74 in favor of the Pioneers. That is about consistent with what we've seen. Again, I'd love to see how much of the action has happened in this half of the field as well. It's been got to be close to 80 or 90. Here come the Pioneers again. It's opening up like the Red Sea. Saratobi for Emerson Gomez to make it 3! Poppy with a massive save there. But he's giving it away immediately. Back with the Pioneers again. Can they add a third before the half? Cairo into Saratobi. Gonna line one up in this one. He finally drags wide. First mistake he's made all game. Six shots on the day for Saratobi already. Unbelievable. That one, only one that's been off target as well, but the Pioneers immediately winning the ball back once again. Caedo, lovely ball for Emerson Gomez, hooking one into the back post, and Saeed is there to clear his lines. Chavez to Hernandez, who's hardly had a kick of the ball this game. Now a chance though with Enrique playing in Kyle Ellington. Here goes Ellington. Can they get a goal back against the run of play here? Ellington. Oh, it's going to be a penalty. It is! A lifeline for the Stealth. In a game which they have not been at their best, they get a chance here. Ellington wins it off the arm of Punya Rodriguez. It's going to be a chance for Kevon Harry Troy, or no, Ibai Viteri, the rookie, going to take it from the spot. What can he do with it here? Has been solid from the spot this season, but up against Van Bruggen. Can he win the battle? Hits the post! Oh, and then what's he done? Oh! It's in the most shocking fashion possible. Well, Ibai Viteri misses the penalty, dummies the rebound. Strangest thing you'll ever see, but then he finds the assist for Gonzalo on the follow-up. What a sequence there for the Stealth. And what a finish for Gonzalo. Doesn't matter how they go in. It's hit the back of the net. And the Stealth are back in this game. Well, it has been all one-way traffic up to this point, but the Stealth on a rare break forward, win a penalty. They miss the penalty, but then score from the rebound. It's 2-1 here. Pioneers still in charge, and they have been pushing for this third goal. Can they find it? Allen. Cairo got in the way. Ulysses, nice block there. Maybe a little bit of a momentum swing here for the Stealth. Maybe a throw-in, though. Ellington gave it away again. One minute to go in the half. It's been an interesting game of the week so far, to say the least. Ellington in the way, but couldn't settle the ball down. And now it's back with the Pioneers. Uxio Sanchez. Saratobi. Emerson. To Angluma. Cairo, who's a runner free on the far side. If they can pick him out, instead Saratobi goes from range and cleared by Gonzalo. Here come the Stealth now on the attack again. Enrique. That is a poor ball from him. Ellington giving chase, surely off the arm there, and indeed it was. Free kick to come for the Pioneers. Just a little over 2 minutes of added time remaining in the first half. We'll have to see what the second holds as we continue to our coverage of this match unfold, our final game of Week 24, and then, of course, don't miss out on our 12-game live stream of Week 25. All games happening at the same time, of course. We'll be providing simultaneous coverage and live updates all at once. So look forward for that next Saturday. Herrera. Nice movement here for Allen. Saratobi on the hat-trick in the first half. Saved by Poppy. He's done his part, have to say. Faced more shots than he would have liked for sure, but saved more than maybe deserved as he's kept his team in the game. They're only down by a goal, surprisingly enough. Fifth corner of the match. Here's Suarez on the short option again. A little bit of a training ground routine here. Sanchez, Rodriguez, Herrera. Referee's not going to let it play out, though. They've taken too long, and he's called halftime. So after a disaster start for the Stealth here, and the half about as good as they possibly could have hoped. Only down by a goal. Saratobi with 2 in the first half. And then Gonzalo getting one back for the host to make it an interesting game here after the opening 45. We'll be back after the break with the second half in just a moment here. Here. No. Well, welcome back, National Soccer League fans, to our game of the week here. It is a 2-1 lead for the visitors after the opening 45. And have to see what the Stealth can do to try to continue this comeback effort in the second half. Nearly off to a good start there, but just couldn't find the final ball. And Bergen's clearance is not one of his best. And Stealth have it back again here. Enrique, nice ball for Gonzalo, the scorer of the Stealth's goal in that first half. And Heke Hernandez shot with some sting, but straight at Van Bruggen. Was mostly one-way traffic in that first 45. Pioneers dominating, but only able to find the back of the net twice. And then the Stealth scored a late goal to get back in the game. So despite the uneven balance, it is game on here still. Chavez. Oh, good skill from Miguel Chavez. Out to the byline he goes. Waiting for teammates in support. De Mesquite's one of them. And drilling across into a good area. Hernandez with the header and straight at Calvin Van Bruggen. Pioneers trying to continue their attacking dominance in that first half. 75% possession. Here goes Emerson Gomez down the wing. Back for Saratobi. Nice ball. Inside shot is blocked by Saeed. Here's on the ball again in the midfield with Thomas Allen, known as Tommy. Saratobi. Given away by Herrera in a bit of an interesting area. Here goes Hernandez with Ibai Viteri. Enrique. Cuts it back for Ibai. That's a nice pass. Viteri is it off the arm? Oh, what the frick? Strange as you like there. Not sure what happened. Referee said play on, though. Ulysses into the traffic. Gonzalo does well to hold it up. Goes out wide to Ellington. A lot of space on the wings here. Here's Hernandez. Can he cut it back for the runners in the middle? Nope. Not quite the right choice there. Given away cheaply. Pioneers moving it through the midfield once again. Half an hour to play here. They are still in the lead and would guarantee the #1 seed in the NSC with a win here. It's a nice ball from Caero. What a finish! And that might just do it. Well, he's been asking the questions all game long. And he does find the back of the net with a fiercely struck volley. A formidable duo. Miguel Caero and Konohamaru Saratobi have been two of the best players this season. And just such a threat in behind. Caero's absolutely excellent. And Poppy, who's played well, caught maybe a little bit off guard by the quickness and the power of the shot. It has a fine finish and restores the 2-goal cushion for the Pioneers. Gonzalo. Trying to get the self back in it here. Ulysses. Nice ball through the middle for Viteri. Gonzalo chips it out wide for Chavez. Hits him in stride. Not a bad ball. Back to Gonzalo on the turn. Saved by Van Bruggen. Comfortable enough in the end. Stealth on the ball again. Just cutting out the quick Pioneers counterattack. Here's Enrique. Nice turn. Inside he goes. It's just not the right ball again. And the frustration starts to grow here around Arena de Oro. Here goes Caero. Slipping it in for Saratobi. That's not a bad ball. Trying to return the favor, but blocked by Saeed again. Here's Gonzalo. Chavez through the middle, back to Gonzalo's feet. Flipping it in towards Hernandez. Header is on target. Van Bruggen saves. Viteri from close range. Saved by Van Bruggen again. I had a feeling that had to go in. It's a brilliant stop from Van Bruggen. Saratobi. Still with the Pioneers here. Dancing down the wing. Saeed clears. Emerson Gomez saved by Poppy. A corner to come. It's a sweet strike from Poppy, or rather from Emerson. Saved by Poppy. Dropping out of the air. Tough skill to pull off, but he made it look easy. And last, we do have a change in this match. It is one for each team. Fludos Juanito coming in for Gonzalo. And Roberto Correña coming in off the bench for the Pioneers. Not sure who he was replacing. Didn't quite catch it. Caero's ball in. Ooh. We've got a glitch here, y'all. I'm so sorry about this one. Just one moment, y'all. Come on, y'all. Corner swung in now towards Junior Rodriguez. Headed away by Hugue. Here's Tommy. Rodriguez. Caero. Nice movement here. Saratobi clipping it in for Sanchez. What a ball! What a goal! Another assist for Saratobi. And it's 4-1 here. The Pioneers running away with it now. Assist number 19 of the year for Saratobi. The movement is absolutely excellent, and Uxio Sanchez, give him credit, does really well to time that run and stay on side. And the Pioneers demonstrating their title credentials. They are going in as one of, if not the favorites to win the whole tournament. And you can see why. They have been excellent offensively, defensively, everywhere on the pitch. There's no weakness in this team. Stealth have had a real tough go of it today. Just have not looked like the team they did a few weeks ago. A little bit off the pace. Tough opposition, of course, today, but they've got to play better against the big teams if they want to make a deep playoff run here. Here is Caero. Saratobi, good turn. Going from range. Oh, my goodness. Inches away from the hat trick. Poppy scrambling. Wasn't going to get there, I don't think. Another change coming up now. It is Lautaro Reyna on for Rico Suarez, coming back from an injury, of course, so trying to nurse him back to full fitness. The game's certainly in hand at this point. No way back for the Stealth with 10 minutes to play. Trailing by 3 goals, 4-1 to the Pioneers, who will return to the top of the table and have a chance to go #1 overall into the playoffs with one more win. Correia. Herrera. Pioneers looking for more here, and they might get more. Correia. Caero. Sanchez, lovely movement. It's Tommy! It's a good save from Poppy to prevent the 5th. Pioneers are absolutely ruthless on the day, though. Not at all taking their foot off the gas, despite the game being well in hand at this point. Another change now, probably for the Stealth, if I had to guess. A defensive one to try and stop the bleeding. Enrique is off for Muhammad Ali Bamamir. Corner now from Caero, swung in. Headed away by Troye. Still with the Pioneers off to the corner, though. Saratobi on the hat-trick. Saved by Poppy, and the follow-up is in. He does have the hat-trick. And the man of the match performance. 3 goals and an assist on the day. MVP is the chant from the lone band of Pioneers fans, and maybe they've got a point. They've got multiple candidates in the race. He scored twice early in the first half. And he gets his reward here in the second. A 3rd goal. Denied by Poppy, but alert on the rebound. Picks it up and disposes coolly. Some game here for the Pioneers. 5-1. A close game at halftime. And they've scored 3 in a row in the second here to run away with it in front of their own rivals' home crowd. Pioneers might still be looking for more here. Again, this is an absolutely heated rivalry. They do not like each other, these two teams. We've seen a couple yellow cards. Pretty tame afternoon, honestly, all things considered. In the goals department, though, it has been a deluge of Pioneers. Oh, nice ball from Hernandez, though, to the back post. And Lautaro Reyna, the substitute, did well. And Ben Bruggen, cool as you like under pressure. Tigers playing a little bit of keep ball now, just trying to run down this clock, and why not? They have been the better team by far on the day, all things considered. 1 minute to go here. No way back. And to Herrera now getting forward. That pass is a little wayward. And there is the full-time whistle from the referee. A demolition here from the Pioneers in this game of the week. 5-1 over their bitter rivals, the Stealth, in front of their own home crowd. Kanahamaru Saratobi, man of the match, and a match ball to boot. 3 goals and an assist, and continuing to push for his first ever MVP award. He is certainly in the conversation, if not the front runner. Well, that concludes our coverage of Week 24 on a beautiful spring evening here in New Mexico. I'll leave you with the full match highlights. And don't forget, instead of our regular programming next week, we will have the 12-game simulcast as we bring you the final day of the regular season. Until then, goodbye and good night for now. It barked out. Ow! Broke it. Oh, something you know. So,